All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do consider to like, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're a member of the channel, bless up to you lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the way to get the thing completed. All right? Yes, so as you saw by the title, what we've learned. Youth 17s concluded, and it's a lot of action-packed games played and a lot of storylines, and we wanted to get into that. So what we're gonna do over this video, what we have learned. So best player, we have to talk about that. Teams that progressed, how it's going to matriculate into the big teams, if it's going to influence it instant. We're going to talk about all of that. All right, we're going to stick with the facts first before we give our opinions on anything. So pretty much go through everything that you have missed. All right, so let me start by bigging up whoever is here early. All right, this one is going to serve for maybe closer to 2 hours because I have a lot of topics, but it's early. I know that a lot of you guys sleeping. Yesterday I never got the time to come on to do my 80 stream, but yeah, I'm packing the 80 in it today, and also Jamaica and every single thing. All right, we saw Unstoppable in the house says, what time there? Don't worry about my time. If you can't make it, you can't make it. If you can, you can. All right? Mellow sound. How you doing, man? Sean, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. So let me start from Concacaf. Concacaf stated right here. Canada, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Haiti clinch U17 World Cup berth. Obviously, they were the ones that played last. All right, we're gonna get into all of that. They continued here to state 2025 Concacaf U17 men's qualifiers concluded on Sunday, where the 4 remaining Concacaf berths at the 2025 FIFA U17 World Cup were decided. All right. Play concluded in Group A, B, and C. B, C, and E, where in which you got Canada, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Haiti each secure first place in their respective group. Remember, everyone has to come first for you to advance. So you had 8 groups and 8 qualifiers. All right, yes. And a quicker skim through things. Group A had Anguilla 2, Curacao 4. So Curacao earned a 4-2 win against Anguilla in Group A, but that was not good enough because they went on to lose to Canada. So definitely they proved my take to say they were one of the better teams in the competition, but they fell into the wrong group. And I can say, based on what I saw, they could have qualified if they went into other groups, but it has to be one of the lower range groups, all right? Because I'm going to do my best 8, and you're going to see what I'm talking about, all right? So that was that. Then Canada showcase that they're up there when you talk about the quality. All right, Canada finished theirs on a 7-1 beatdown. All right, they were very much dominant. Okay, yes, and overall they were one of the better teams in the entire competition period. All right, then you have British Virgin Island, Guyana drew 1-1. That was kind of surprising for me. And then Costa Rica defeated Trinidad and Tobago 2-0, which was expected for me because I thought that they were one of the better teams. So anyways, let me slide over to the detailing screen so we can have a much more, detailed one. So let me switch over some things here for you because you have Jamaica on the screen. We will start with the others first because we had a lot of groups. All right, so these are the groups as you are seeing it here. Let me switch over here. So you had Canada finished on. 1 second, let me try get something going because I don't understand why am I. All right, so Canada on 9 points. No, 12 points, Canada, sorry, 12 points, plus 26 goal difference, plus 12, 26 goal difference. So they were maybe the second most dominant team in the entire competition. Then you have Curacao, 9 points, and plus 3 goal difference that they had. And Bermuda finished off the big numbers, which is 6 and a minus 4 goal difference. Turks and Caicos, minus 10, 3 points, and Anguilla definitely shipped a lot of goals, minus 15. They finished on 0 points right there. That's Group A. Group B, you had Costa Rica, finished on 10 points because they drew with Guyana, and I thought that was some wrong calculation by their coach. Yes, and I'm going to talk about coaches today. Yes. Lanzi, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Charlotte says, this is very disappointing from this level. Really, we have the talent. Most time it didn't come. Most time it didn't come to fruition, or this time it didn't come to fruition. All right, okay, we will discuss that as well. That's why I wanted to lay the groundwork so we could talk about it in a higher scale, to see if what you're saying is actually true. You know, even though what you're saying could still be true, and we are not as talented as 8 other teams, but based on the fact that we are in a group, and we just need to come first, and we only have to fight against one team to come first, your argument could still play that. But if you're telling me on just what I'm seeing, I will give you a rating where I think Jamaica really land on talent as well, because this was one of the most talented, like recognized talent, U17s. So, and I don't think Jamaica is in the top 4. I'm sure Jamaica is not in the top 4 when it comes on to talent. You understand me? So we have to get into that, but let me just give others their credit, and then we detail our problem, because I never came on last night because even me kind of stressed. I really wanted them to qualify because I know the narrative that will be sold in the country, so I wanted them to qualify so bad so we could go the right direction. All right, yes, but yes, they did well, of course, Shana. We had said that, man. We had said that long time. Guys, as you come in, please do it, like, button, share, and subscribe. So, Canada, fully deserved. Curacao, I thought that Curacao, they could have qualified in other groups, but definitely this one, it was too tough because Canada is actually one of the best teams there. Then we had Costa Rica. I thought that Costa Rica was the far superior team in this group as well. They made some little changes, and it really come back to haunt them based on the draw against Guyana. They should have easily win that game against Guyana, but maybe they thought too less of Guyana, and that can play on you as well. All right, yes, and that's why that ended up in even a close game. I thought that they were way better than Trinidad. It should have ended way more. To be honest, they were way better than Trinidad in my estimation. To be honest, all right, yes. So both of these groups turned up exactly how we expected it. Canada and Curacao to fight Canada, Trinidad to fight Costa Rica. That's what we expected. It worked out that way. Nicaragua now we expected Nicaragua to try and fight. And fight Mexico, because we never believed that this was the strongest Mexico team. And look at it, it is the closest group. To be honest, it finished on goal difference, 10-10. All right, 10 points, and goal difference was far superior when it comes on to Mexico. Mexico conceded 2 and scored 19, so they have a plus 17 goal difference, whilst Nicaragua has a plus 10. Barbados, showcasing that they're rising, they collected 6 points. They did not look bad as well. Yeah, but definitely Mexico and Nicaragua was the 2 superior teams. All right, yes. Then we go to Honduras. We had Honduras, Puerto Rico. I thought that the upset would have came in this group. Because I thought that Puerto Rico would have upsetted Honduras, but Honduras dug deep, and we have to give them their credit. They dug deep and deserved to win it, but it was very, very close. All right, it was very, very close. All right, yes, very, very close game. I just saw Honduras finish the group on plus 11 goal difference, because they scored 12 goals, conceded 1. Puerto Rico scored 6 and conceded 1 as well, and St. Martin definitely tried as well behind them. But Honduras fully deserved to go through. DNA, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. And then we have 80. 80 was our next group that, I am the resident 80 Asian. I'm the resident Asian when it comes down to Asian football. But I thought that Guatemala would have actually tipped 80, and be honest, 80 from the second game I saw them play. I'm saying okay. Even when people came in the chat, I said I think 80 can do it because they have the better goal difference, and I know that if Guatemala should come to them, they are going to hurt Guatemala. So I started to believe in 80. We started to believe in 80. People, I never gave up on 80. Don't get me wrong. I just said I think the crafts of Guatemala would have gotten the better of 80. So I never gave up on them at all. All right? I still had them having the ability to pull it out, because when you talk about fighters, I don't think you have any other fighters in CONCACAF like 80. It's not even close. 80 have always been the underdogs in majority of the situations, and they have always turned up and give their best foot forward. Nobody else can compete with them. So I always expected them to fight. I just believe that Guatemala would have been tricky and use their crafts and get over, just like El Salvador. Remember, that's the same thing I was saying for El Salvador as well. They have different styles and they're crafty, so they always find ways to defeat in our region. And 80 definitely showcased that they're pace and power. They used it to their highest ability. They did recruit a lot of players. That was my surprising part as well. They recruited a lot of players. So big up to that. The recruitment policies from 80 fully deserve 9 points, and they conceded 0 goals, scored 10. All right, and definitely Guatemala was right behind them. Guatemala conceded 2 in that one game, so Guatemala barely conceded either. So it worked out the exact way, 1 and 2. But 80 topped me and make me even feel better. All right, yes, make me even feel better, to be honest. All right, Kelvin, how you doing, man? Massive respect. The format needs to be changed. All right, and Richard Crawford said, "Uno very quiet about the Youth 17 failure, all because Uno no want offend the boss speed." I am doing the video today. I might not be as always free as you. That I have to come out and do videos. All right, yes. So today is that video, and I think that this is the only attention you're getting today. All right, yes. So, anyways, because I'm cleaning up my platform to not be so Jamaican-y. You understand me? Yes. Group F, United States, Cuba, St. Kitts, and U.S. Virgin Islands. I think this was the very much clearest by day who is going to finish before a ball kicked. And we got even second place as well, because it was very clear who is better. The development and the education in Cuba is very high, and they're doing well. All right, so I expected them to be the only one that remotely can accidentally defeat United States. Accident, meaning like 65 balls hit the bar and 1 went in, and no, 65 balls hit the bar, none went in, and the 1 shot from Cuba scores on United States, and then they win the game. That's the only way they are going to qualify. And I actually thought that Cuba is better. Cuba is a next team that is actually better than a lot of other teams and could have qualified if they were in a different group. All right, yes, they look really good. Cuba, they look really good. All right, yes, they don't look bad at all. Their physicality is hard to get around, and they are looking like the next type of Panama teams coming through. All right, so Cuba looks like they're going to be problematic for the next 4 or 5 years at youth levels. And obviously, if they do so well at youth levels, you're going to get the main team being even more stronger, which they're a very much organized team. We saw with Jamaica play them, and they were a handful. Even with players down, they're still a handful. But they weren't going to get over United States. United States is the best team in the entire tournament, and they really showed. They scored 31 goals. They should have scored at least 45 goals. Easy well. They created maybe 45 chances to score 45 goals easily. Close to 90 shots. They barely gave up entries. You understand me? So it's not even a question. So USA did what they had to do. Quality, big up to them. Panama, I'm going to come to the chat right after. Panama did their thing. Panama and Damrep is the next team. If Damrep was in a different group, they qualify as well. Panama, Damrep ain't bad at all. Panama showcased that they are the gritty team that improves in our region. Yeah. I just can't understand why they can't get people to get the players them to be good at big levels as fast. But when it comes down to the youth 17s and 20s, they are that in our region, the top class in our region. That is Panama. All right, Damrep is having all sort of schooling and everything, and you know that they pick the Spanish-based style. They are nippy players. They are good. And believe me, next 4 years, Damrep might be in similar spots to Panama and Haiti. Yeah. So look out for them. But Damrep, good work again. Another good tournament for them. And then we have El Salvador, Jamaica. El Salvador finished first. Jamaica finished second. All right. Yes. So let me read the comments here. Giovanni said, is it a coaching or mental thing? Because we are clearly a better than El Salvador quality-wise. But we were training since May last year and them for 2 months, yet we lost on the day. All right, so let me break down every single thing and let me put these things all in numbers. Coming in, I'm going to put it up on the screen now, people, because this was the last game. This is how the stats ended. 57% ball position for Jamaica, 17 shots to 15, 2 shots on target to 6, 1 big chance apiece, 11 corners to 5, 2 offsides to 1, and passes completed 188 to 132. All right, 132. All right, so let me break down both of these teams' performances. All right, we are going to go for Jamaica. We're going to go for Jamaica. We're gonna bring everybody in because we have a lot of questions. So start dropping questions because I'm gonna get to them. All right. All right. So let me go on it. Jamaica played 2 games. They played Cayman Island and they played St. Lucia. All right. I'm going to put them up on the screen here to show you. All right. Jamaica played Cayman Islands. So we're going to start with the St. Lucia one to show you because reality sinks in. All right. Because Giovanni said something just a while ago, which I don't agree with. I don't think Jamaica was the better team over El Salvador. As I've stated, it was solely based on we have the goal difference advantage. That's the only reason why I gave Jamaica the edge to qualify over them. That's why I gave Jamaica a 52% chance. So that means your coach have to be on point. Your players them have to be on point for you to take the advantage over them. And clearly, our players weren't on point, but it's a combination of our coach. I'm going to get to that part as well. All right, so this is what happened in the St. Lucia game. Jamaica had 74% possession. They had 26, but with their 26, they had 10 shots, 3 chances, and 1 big chance right here. This is only based off statistics. In this same game, we should have gotten a red card. Murray in goal. Clear red card because he never even challenged for the ball. They had 2 opportunities that they never took shot with an empty net. They had 13 entries, big entries against Jamaica. So our defense was terrible, horrible in this game. So that is 13 already. All right, defensive. We did won the game, but that game could have easily well ended 4-5 or 4-4, and they score 4 goals because they had the clear opportunities to score 4 goals. You understand me? So that tells you the defense was not good, and that was the reason why we knew who to select for the final game. But Giovanni told me that we can't chop and change the team. But let we get back to that now. So then now against the terrible team, which is Cayman, we're gonna play both sides, which is I'm gonna go for the next one as well and show you both of them. This is Jamaica against Cayman now. Cayman. This is Jamaica against Cayman. In the same game, Jamaica gave up 7 big openings, big entries. They gave up 13 entries overall in this game. So even though we are scoring, we are still giving up a serious amount of entries. And that's why if you go and listen to my start of my next video, you might be saying, if JD was the coach and he has the same approach, he looks like he could have qualified his team. Because I would have done exactly what the gods show me, which is the right players them. All right? Yes. So in 2 games, we are clearing over 20 plus entries against 2 weaker teams. And we are giving up at least 17 big chances. And we conceded 2 goals. All right, so let me go over to the El Salvador team now. The El Salvador team, first game, this is St. Lucia. St. Lucia had, against St. Lucia have 11 shots. They had 45% ball possession, and they had 1 shot on target. And they had 4 entries in the game. 4 entries, and one of them is a big entry. It never turned into a big chance. So they only gave up 1 entry. They had 23 shots, which is more than Jamaica. They have less shots on target than Jamaica. They created 1 big chance than Jamaica, but they hit the bar and all of them stuff there, but they still had less entries. So Jamaica created more big chances in the game. All right, they had more shots overall. Jamaica had more possession. All right, yes. Against Cayman Island, as you saw here, Cayman Island had 0 entries. Because even the shot was a tamed, terrible shot from offline. All right? They had 34 shots, 14, 5 big chances in this game, and 68% possession. This game should have ended way more than maybe around 16. So in 2 games, they barely gave up entries. So coming into this game, no one on God's green earth thought that Jamaica was a better defensive team than them. Midfield-wise, deeper midfield-wise, no one believed that either. Because we were doing our breakdown and we said that they are better right through the back line. And their forward line, their big striker is similar to Byron. So we are not picking no 0-0 game. And the fact that you started from there in our conversation, tell us that we never have the best team. If we are going to start from there in our conversation to say that we can't pick a 0-0 game or Jamaica win 1-0, that tells us that we know in our heart that we ain't better midfield, deeper line midfield that we're talking about, and we ain't better defense line. Because they are not giving up nothing in none of the games that we struggled in. Our 2 games we struggled in defensively. Cayman, we struggled defensively. You understand me? And we struggled terribly against St. Lucia. So these are factual things coming in. All right? Yes. Let me big up everyone that's coming in. All right. So we have music uploader said, JD, I think the USA have a good chance to win the Youth 17. Spain team is very good as well, you know. All right. All right. Up and running said, the only upset happened based on rankings was Jamaica because we didn't outrun or outplay El Salvador. And then Giovanni said, JD, quality-wise, we are better than them. At this level, it's all about coaching. I can guarantee you, based on both teams, the players of Jamaica will go on to have a better pro career. I don't know that as yet, but you realize my statements was based on what I saw in the games, Giovanni. So I don't come in to tell you that others are better. I use what they have done on the field to tell you that they are better. You understand me, Giovanni? So that's my conversation. And that's why my selection for Jamaica was different than you. Because you wanted to pick players based off just who they are. And I'm saying, no, I am picking players based off what I saw they did. So that's why I wanted Brown over Johnson. That's why I wanted Taylor out of the team. And brought in White or Nolan. You understand me? So at some point you have to go for what's happening in the tournament. You understand me? And let me know if you guys agree. Sometimes after 2 games, you start pick players based off what they are giving you because now you saw enough now. All right. Yes, good morning, Dustin. Thanks for being here. And guys, please do it, like, share, and subscribe. David J said, JD, we see what I go on. Sad but better, team one. All right, Spade needs 72 bath. And okay, that's his Crawford just saying what he has to say. Mr. United said, good morning to you. All right. So for me, I thought I judged this team properly and fairly, and I thought that if the coach had done the same based on what he saw with his eyeball, maybe you could be right that we could have won the game, Giovanni. Because I thought that Brown would have given a better spatial awareness. He links up plays better, his passing is better, and he's also a threat on attack in the box, better than Johnson. You understand me? And then now, Taylor done nothing in his tournament. The only thing he did in the tournament is wear the armband. Only thing he did was wear the armband. So that clearly is a favoritism selection. He did nothing in none of the games. And you guys keep on telling me, oh, JD is good. And I said, brother, I am not looking from what good. I'm not looking at what is good. I'm looking at what you have done. You can't tell me that is like you just surrendering a resume and you have you just said you work at all of those places and that's it. And I should just hire BF based off that. No. You have to show me something. So I thought that the coach got caught up in that big man thing. All right? And that was the biggest problem. You know, if you're based on selection, there is no way Nolan, White, Brown, not in the team. You get me? No way that starting lineup happens and they are not in the team. That is almost criminal overall. And we were saying that at the start. And when someone makes a mistake, is when they had the problems, when Jamaica had the problems, it's the same players them he went for. So he ran back for the players them. So if the actual guys them, if the actual guys them that show you the better thing, you go back for when you're in problems. It tells me that they were the first, but something in the head that just make you make the decision and say, oh, I'm going to go back for the first team. No. It was very clear who was the better players them in the team. All right, Brown should have started. You can't have an aerial threat when a set piece can decide the game and not start the player. Taylor was another passenger. It's a coaching blunder. Okay. So you're agreeing with me right there. But when I was talking about my starting lineup, you beat me and said you can't make so much changes because you wanted him to revert back to his first set of players. You know, I said I don't know Giovanni might not have to be Taylor. Man, you're on the coaching team. You know, he went from 0-0 when he should have went for 5-4. Okay, all right. Okay, you're saying he should have went for a shootout because you knew that he couldn't defend from day one. All right, let me know. All right, John Rocky knows. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Yeah, man. Then we have MP94. Morning. People, as you come in, please do it like button so YouTube can share out the things. And a lot of you guys supported the channel. Massive respect. Thanks. Bennett says Taylor is one of those youngsters that because of his name and school, he's favored. I can't disagree with that at all because I learned here where he's from at that time. And I want to say that I kind of agree with it. Taylor-wise is not better than a lot of the local youth. 16. Okay. I don't know him that much to give that insight, but you know him, so I guess you give your take on it. I watched the Haiti game last night, and I can tell you they will cause a lot of problem to teams in the World Cup. They look like a oil machine. Yeah. But remember, Haiti has some players for a while now, and they have a kind of a system that they play in. You realize that's why they are so dominant at U15s. U15 and 14s, they are dominant in our region and still very good when it goes on to Concacaf as well. That's why the coach was trying to hide and screw up them face. Paul Edwards said, our backline was not good in the first game, especially number 17. The team that started the second game should have started the last game. So Paul Edwards, why you don't go on my video and tell me that I am really learning coaching? Because I had said the same thing and you come after the fact and say it and act like you are the guru. When I am the one saying it live in front of everybody's face and people kind of, because we are Jamaicans, so we have to always go in our feel, oh, no, JD, don't say that. Oh, we're going to still win. No. He limited our chances to win the damn game. You understand me? And I have to stay in the moment. And while you guys go over the egotistic trip, I have to tell you exactly what will take place. Because I know who is prone to what. And what will happen on the field. And it worked out. These people, I'm telling you, just go back to, I went back to listen to my first 20 minutes of the actual breakdown before from my started lineup. I went back to watch that, and I'm telling you, bruh, I am telling you, let's go back and watch the first 20 minutes of the last video. All right? Just go back and just listen to what I've said. I have said everything that will take place in the game before the game even started. Every single thing. Yes. Even people ask me, and I said they are going to score 2 goals. That's why I had Jamaica 2-2. And advance and goal difference, because I just believed that we are going to have that problem over the left-hand side. And you know what they did? El Salvador targeted the left-hand side. So that means El Salvador knew that once you started these players, I know that they are weaker. So I am going at them. They never went over the right-hand side. Go back and watch the game. So you're telling me that El Salvador coach knows more about his players, no, your players, than you know about your own players, them. Listen to me then. El Salvador know more about our players than our coach know about our players. He targeted over the number 17. So that tells you, people, that's all I needed to say. All right. The whole on the buyout, Richard Crawford, just stop them, man. I have never heard you come here and talk sensible. I think your brains left at the yard and your fingernails them just working on its own with 0 IQ. From the coach substituted the keeper, you saw his intention. He was doing fan service like he was getting a piece of their appearance fees. Ooh, all right. All right, Paul Edwards said, when I saw the starters and the change of formation for the last game, I knew we would have lost lost the game. The coach blew this game. And you know Edwards is a man that he beat you every day, and Edwards is saying the same damn thing as us. All right, and I think you can't look at it any other way. I think it's just one way, and it's solely poor decision and poor man management and poor system going in. I had said that El Salvador, what they are good at is the occasion. They know what is required for each team. They have different styles of play. We talked about the style of play. They could have passed the ball, you know. They're very good at passing the ball, you know. You think they could have win position against Jamaica? You think they could have win? You think they could have win possession against Jamaica? You don't see that they can pass the football. But they realize that the risk to losing it right there, and how much chances we are going to get, and how organized our defense is going to be because of the speed of Jamaica's wingers. We're going to do 1-2, then long, instead of 1-2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they saw what is possible to keep their 6 at the back at all times. And that's what they did. And that's why we never had any one-on-one advantage on them at no point. Because their number 9 did such of a good job of dominating over the left-hand side by himself and draw everyone else, the other 2, because they never required an half-court person Jamaica. It never needed. They just needed 2 to run aside with the big guy. And they did that well. The number 7 is a shorter guy that ran close to the big guy, and they caused us problems the whole night. And that is solely based off the amount of skills and styles they can choose. They could have won the possession. They could have kept the ball longer. But what if you keep the ball and you play a system, you have to come up and pressure team. And then you're going to get exposed based off the speed. And they made sure to drop off and say, okay, we're not going to use any speed. We're going to use the ball to do the work. That's what they did. So, all right. Rajman said, whoa, this is the rhetoric today. I don't know what you're saying. You should add what you're saying so I can answer it properly. All right? Big up myself, Omar Fowley, massive respect. Because I've not said anything different from what I'm saying now. So it couldn't be me you're trying to talk to. They targeted our left hand side, but yet our right centre back keeps giving the ball to kick away. Giving him the ball to kick away, which is I think he's just working the system and it just never work out. JD, it baffles me how you come to play for a point when you know if you release Marsh, Reed, Nolan, and White on the transition would be a better game plan with El Salvador, knowing they need to win. That is true, but maybe he might, what do you say, maybe he might believe that he can control these guys a little bit more different. Because remember, even the only thing I could say with the second game, for the first 21 minutes, they never really knew what to do. They never knew what to do. They never knew what to do. And he had to talk to them in the second game and instruct them to work to White. So they sometimes it looks like they're not planning out things on the field on their own. So that's the only negative I could have given them in the second game. But I thought that they're still good enough because White was one of them that thinks on his own. He figures out things on his own. You understand me? Yes. Well, Crawford, didn't just leave the man and go to the blogger that you claim that is the real blogger, man. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. You're just like a scrub. You're here. We're not paying in the mind. You keep on a 9. No, I don't have any calling, Paul Stewart, on this. All right? This is just my setup that I have to just give my take on it. So, I don't have any callings. And I never had any plan for the callings. I will try to... my shows are just this what I have at this point, you know. The callings kind of stretch out things that I just can't do anymore. Sorry about that, yeah. JD is a love man Monday. Yeah, man. The Richard Crawford is just a 9, man. Like, brother, just go away, man. Brother, I talk Jamaican football for the people. I don't care about nobody. I don't care about Mr. Speed. I don't care about nobody in the JFF. And I don't care about no vlogger. You don't realize nobody even care. Nobody likes me because I don't look friends. I just say what I see and where education leaves me. You're a scrub, Richard Crawford. So just go away, man. You love man. You love Mr. Butler because you love man. You understand me? Go away, man. I'm tired of you, man. I try to show you respect and you just be exactly the scrub that you are. You can't be nothing else. Brother, go sit down, man. And let me talk about some football and you learn something in your tough head. And are you go and string up your 2-2-2? Make you and Mr. Butler came to this and see if you don't get 50 love with another done self. Alright? Yes, enough now. Yeah, let me just move on from that scrub. You get me? Yeah, man. Some of these guys, they're so annoying, attention-seeking type dudes. AJD, my Jamaican brother, big up yourself, Christopher. Thanks for being here. Massive respect, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I have any moderator here. Omar Fowling, can you just block that dude? Yeah, I'm kind of done with him now. You know, I've tried to give him enough time, but enough is enough. Just get off my channel and go at your scrub channels then. All right? Yeah, man. Enough is enough. You're not ready for foreign people. You know? You need to stay in a Jamaicanness. And in a deep ghetto Jamaicanness as well. All right? Please keep it positive. Yeah, brother, you know, see me, I have done so much good streams, but it just get annoying now. I have given him all the opportunity to just focus on the game. All right? Yes, Rajman. Him and him done said friends them. But them 1-1, 2-2, and them have the greatest ballers in the world. And a peer duns them have. And them duns too as well. So the whole of them just duns in our backs. It's annoying. In the first game, they took off the number 17 center half and brought on the number 12. Second game, they started with number 12. Yes, he played excellent, scored 2 goals. You understand me? But he was too good. Yes, that Paul, I agree with you. I agree. Yes, I'm staying focused. I had to just give him exactly what he was looking for. Huh? Nothing wrong with ghetto. Well, enlightenment, feel bad if I said ghetto. I am from the ghetto too. But you know what I've said? Ghetto behavior. Listen good. Don't make your ego hurt. I am from the ghetto as well. But I have standards to uplift myself. These scrubs ate on Jamaica. Because he's here 8 in Jamaica. Because him and him man them never get the team to coach. Follow the conversation. Don't let one word that you misinterpreted from me take you out of actually helping Jamaica or spread a positive word of Jamaica. This man coming and talk about nothing wrong with the ghetto. Brother, just listen, man. Oh my God, man. Butler fooling them with his 1 week trials that him pay for. Yes, exactly. Misleading a lot of people. Come on, JD. All right, I'm going to leave past it. But I'm trying to show you that people don't even listen. Because he's misrepresenting what I've said. Game, he did not play. The ineffective midfield that started the first. But let me tell you what I think. Because I heard people saying, people were sick. Paul Edwards. So maybe they thought that these guys were still sick. And the reason why they played so bad was because them being sick. But they are better than the other guys them. That's what I thought up onto them. That's what I no, you can't. Paul Stewart, no, you can't call. I don't have any calling. This show is not a calling. It's an analysis channel. I don't do callings, Paul. I'm very sorry, all right? I don't do callings, all right? Yes, I'm very sorry. Maybe one day when I have my StreamYard on, you can call in. Or you can come on the StreamYard. I don't do call-ins, and I'm not going to do any call-ins anymore in life. All right? I will just have a StreamYard, and people can come in it. But this does not have the StreamYard on it, so you can't call in. Where you say, listen to understand, not listen to hear. Yes. Yeah, these guys are just in their feelings, man. Determined, big up yourself. Hope you recover well. Thanks for being here. Sick. Question. Boy, Jamaican football always leave us. Yes, because they were selling that narrative before that players was sick. So maybe if that's what they believed that the others were still better than the first set of guys them. You understand me? So they are gonna go back for them. That's what they released before, you know. So that's why I started to believe that was the reason why they went for these guys and not based off performance of the first guys, the guys them that played in the second game. Morning. Julian, how you doing, man? Massive respect. RG Sports said FIFA U17 increased from 24 team to 48. Concacaf get 8 spots and Jamaica still couldn't qualify. And that's the problem, you know. We keep on, and that's the same thing that we did. We did for the main team as well. We did that for the main team as well. All right? When we said, Concacaf get more spots, so it is easier for us to qualify. The rules are different. The rules kind of skew it to a less of a chance to qualify. Because now, look, if you have 4 teams, if you just go off the body of the teams, them. Normally, if you had everyone playing everyone in a 10, and then it comes on points, and everyone finish from first to fifth, and you pick 4 out of that, it's easier. But when you have 4 games and the next team is significantly better than you, or you lose 1 game to one team, you're out. So that makes it harder. So when people looking at it, it's 4 teams in this group. Once me beat El Salvador, I'm through. Well, Cuba never had no chance to go through Because once one team is significantly better than you, you have no chance to go through. But in a 10, you might be better than a lot more teams, and some teams might have a longer period to slip up. Injuries, cards, and everything. So the bigger scale method was always easier. So this 4-team, one game, and if you lose that one game, you're out. It's harder. So you can't use that method to say, oh, Jamaica still can't qualify even when they open it to 8. No, they still have a very good team in their group. And if they don't beat them, or if they never scored more goals, because even if they had drawn the game and never scored more goals than them in the previous game, they would have dropped out just the same. You understand me? So it's tough when you have one team and you have to beat that team. You have to. And if you're not clearly better than them, cards in the previous game, everything can sway things. Coaches can sway things. You understand me? So I think we should not jump and say, oh, because it's 8 teams, we must qualify. You understand me? Yeah. No bother with it. At this point, coaching is our problem at all levels. The players are good enough, but the coaching are killing us. Junior says coaching. All right, so JD, basically, the coaching staff didn't start our best team because that means they believe that, okay, it was Cayman not being good. That's why these players look so good, and the next guys that had the flu or whatever they had was the better team. And now they're a little bit, they're feeling better. They can go out and do better against El Salvador, which I never really read into that because I was looking at the spacing, how people closed down spacing and what they were doing. And I never saw the next one them doing it because it looks like they just did not know it. But he came to a different conclusion, you know, so that's why he has to get blamed for that. All right? So 876, so that's why he has to get blamed for it, you know, because he believed that this was the best team, which was not the case. Yes, smaller group makes it harder. Each game is like a final. While it is easier to qualify, it gives the people more power to push their quota system. And that's what I'm saying. It's not easier to qualify because now Jamaica lose. All right. Now Jamaica lose to El Salvador. El Salvador, if we do bad in U20s, you know, we're going to lose more points, you know, in their calculation system, you know. So what if Jamaica goes in USA group next time? We have zero chance again, you know. I don't even know the kids that will be playing U17s, but we have 0% chance to qualify if we're going to go with the same philosophy. You get me? So we have to. I don't think the people at the head. I don't think the people at the head actually thinks far. They don't think 5 years, 10 years down the line, and that's the difference. United States is a 50-year program. Costa Rica is a 20-year program. Panama is a 20-year program. So everything that's working exactly what Giovanni said. He doesn't believe that these players can go anywhere further than the Jamaican individual players. But they have a 50-year program. So the El Salvador program, these kids are going to always be good in this program. You understand me? Because they have a program. So it makes sense. It makes sense. So you are right, Giovanni. But that is the problem. We're not selling the program. We're trying to sell. Oh, we have 5 individual players. So what happened to the next guy where they learned 5 years ago? You don't think he can execute what the coach teaching him 5 years ago than the player that you're gonna pick tomorrow? We have to stop those things. We have to get on top of things, integrate people faster, plan properly, plan way more in depth. Because what we have done, I like what we have done the last time. We started to train longer. We might need that. No, we not might. We need that. You know why we need that? Because United States are training for 65 years. So they are 65 years advanced than Jamaica. So all of those years, maybe they start their training 1 year before, which is not true, you know. They start their training 1.5 years before, you know, just the same as Jamaica, you know. But we need to start 3 years because we need to always get that 1.5 year back in. So our people in charge start to learn what the process is to get on the real train of success. You understand me? What we are doing is just trying to cheat the code, cheat the system. In which we just believe that we're gonna get over the top talent. Limit coaching might be good, but the overall structure is not good. You understand me? Big up yourself, Galactic Beats. U20 is another SBF popularity contest. We'll suffer again. All right. Let me give him a true chance. We will be here watching and see if they have improved anything. You understand me? So what they have done here, that's why I said I don't call it a failure. I don't call it a failure. I just say this is a standard going forward. Every team should be training 2 years before. All right? We should know. Yeah, but it needs to stop Giovanni. That's what. Then it's gonna go down the same path again, and then we're gonna criticize it again. So we're not gonna stop criticizing it until we can get the actual success. Until we can get the actual success, we have to keep on criticizing it and stand on something. Which is tough. Yeah. So for me, I did found a few players. I like White. I like Axel. I like Reed because I saw enough of him. I like Reed. I like Jump. Jump look like a solid player. All right. Nolan, he looks like a player that can develop into a good player, but sometimes he get carried away, kicking shot from a million yards and all of those foolishness. Sometimes the simple pass is there, he doesn't play it. So I have a question around him. Marsh looks like a good player, but he still needs some work here and there. Brown looks like a solid player. Smith, the fullback, looks like a solid player. He just never had a solid defender beside him. Over the next hand side, Williams is an energetic player. He still looks like he needs some work on him. The captain, which is McLean. McLean is the captain's name. He looks solid as well. And he still needs some improvements. The next McLean, which was the left back as well. He looks like a next solid player as well. So I saw a good amount of solid players there, to be honest. So I'm hoping that we keep watching them. And once they do improve, we truly go out there and support them, because normally when kids play at this level, only when they are locals we send back for them. We seem to forget all of them. Even when they are going into MLS, USL and all of those places, we seems to don't go back for them. So I'm hoping that changes in the future. But at least his shot can go in. Taylor needs to go play cricket. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the Nolan kid, I said that he's good. We can build on him. So I'm not saying he's there as yet, but we can build on him. He's doing some things that is not right in today's game. But if you at least he has some fundamentals, Yes, more academy and the competitions between the academies will improve it. Yes. Colin Quest says the coach is poor. Leader said we will qualify and he was talking BS. These nowadays Jamaican players cannot play football. All our teams are poor. We are not going no World Cup. All right. I'm here to watch first before I jump to judgment. We can talk on this because we saw what took place. Yes, even Japan that we beat in World Cup, we can't even touch. But Japan they are spending a lot more than Jamaica, a lot more at all levels. Japan is very good at everything in football, ladies and men, and they're extremely good in ladies football, world class in ladies football. Yeah. People still listening to leader in 2025. No, if a man speak, you have to take what he says. And put it out there, mix it around when the days pass. And if it's not accurate, we have to call it out, All right, so what we want to do now is to look at the 8 best teams. We want to look at the 8 best teams, Yeah. The 8 best teams. Because I am not trying to run for just negatives. Because I really wanted these guys to do well, so we could get the stigma of all locals are all overseas and not just the best players to one side, And now we don't make it. They can use this as a narrative to push, which it really hurt me, So I am still looking for the good, even into what took place. I think the tactics were poor, and the in-game management was not non-existent. Coaches needed to be directing the team, especially in the 11 minutes. That is true. That is true. And we call that out from early GNM that the players them on the pitch. When we watch United States, what differentiate United States from Jamaica and the Costa Rica, Panama, I saw all of them dictating what to do. Dictating amongst themselves what to do. I think they were relying on the coach, so we can't blame the coach too much. At Youth 17, you still should have the ability to do things on your own. I thought that they weren't talking to each other enough, dictating what to do enough on the field. They were listening and waiting on the coach to come and rescue them a lot as well, which we have to call that out on the players. We have to call that out on the players. We can't beat the coach for everything. Which we can still beat the coach and said, maybe if you pick the players them that we saw that were doing that on their own, like White doing that on his own, Brown doing that on its own, the next McLean doing that on its own, but they never got selected. So I don't know. Maybe he wanted the players just to work by just his robotic takes, I don't know. Bless up, Romian. How you doing, man? FIFA rankings will be different. I think Haiti is at second or third in Concacaf Youth 17. No. We're not going to BS that. All right. So guys, let me roll up the performers now. Performers, because we want to get in some things inside this video. Performers, number one, because I did a list, I did a list. Let me go back for the list on my YouTube channel. Let me go back for it on my YouTube channel, and you guys can follow me on Twitter, and also you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Yeah. Massive respect for all you lovely people that keep on supporting our genuine work, because we really put things, we put a lot of work into them. All right, so when we do see you guys support it, I really love that. All right, so my list that I have here, I went for United States first. It's not Twitter, JD, it's X. I'm old, so I'm not gonna keep up with everything, Rajman. Come on, man. Was it not Twitter before? And sometimes in my phone, look in my phone, because I'm gonna call you out, I went there now, I went there now to call out Rajman, And guys, look at this. Look at my phone. Look at my phone said. Because I swore I saw Twitter on my phone screen, So now I'm going to show him that, bro, look at my phone screen. It's saying Twitter. Oh my God, my phone screen is not saying Twitter. I am just old blood. All right. Oh my God. Focus on the football, JD. You're not ready yet. Oh my God. These guys are so disrespectful. At least I watch football. All right. And I'm not in Instagram and I'm not on Twitter. All right. Yes, I know that if I talk about Instagram, you have some mans. And the worst thing, it is like McLaren drinking the cocoa juice too. Yeah, I don't like none of his press conferences, and that's why I don't go there. A lot of people say, JD, why you don't go? Brother, I have nothing to say, because if I talk in those press conferences, they are gonna ban me. All right, they are going to ban me because I have nothing good to say. Everything that he's saying is BS. He's BSing people. All right. Yes. The disrespect Rajman came in. It's all right. But at least, Rajman, I am not a liar. I told you that I thought it was Twitter, because I'm on it from its Twitter. I never knew that they changed it on the phone screens as well, So whatever. Yeah. I know. I figured out why. When I was upgrading my system, it still says Twitter. It still says Twitter Rajman. All right. I think these players had what it took. Now get better coaches and work from the ground up and not up down. All right, fully. All right. So let me get into who we think it takes the spots. Them. We're gonna go to 15 teams. The best 15 teams. So even if you think that they have not qualified based on the football that you saw, we're gonna name our 15. Number one, who you giving number one? Number one. And once you come in, please do it, like, button, share, and subscribe. Who you giving to your number one? Let me drop them. Let me hear for your number one. All right? JD, is it reported that Antonio is scheduled to return before the season finishes? I will look at that. I will look at that in the next video, MP, and I will check to make sure before I report on it. Big up Chris Smith, how you doing, man? Massive respect. And big up to all the real ones that turn up every stream, like organic people, not just people that's be around us because the vibes running. Because we figure out a lot of people that's be around us because the vibes, you know? Them just want with the vibes. And that's why we are coming out of the Jamaican vibes and more of authentic football conversation. And then we see how much of them turn up, you know? Because once we talk football, we don't seem so Jamaican-y, so they don't really turn up here, you know? Yeah. So I respect all of you lot that comes here for football relations, you know? Yeah. So big up Giovanni. Giovanni always here for football. Giovanni is a football man for 100% sure of that, all right? Chris Smith is a football man. You get me? Yeah. Christopher, big up yourself, United States. So everybody say United States. So I guess I'm right on that. Second best team. Cause I thought United States, they controlled all of the thirds against every team, and they looked like even if they faced the best team, they might just control all of the thirds as well. So that has to make them first place. Has to make them first place, people. Has to. Second place, you're giving it to Canada. All right, second place, he's giving it to Canada. All right, second place, he's giving it to Canada. All right, second place to Canada. All right, let me see what I had here. Because, all right, all right, I went for Canada as well. Definitely that win over Curacao. And the way Curacao had chances, but it was in the first 35 minutes. After that, thought that they nullified Curacao very well. And I actually believe that Curacao is better than what they did to Curacao. So, on a rating system for everybody, I thought that Curacao was one of the better teams in the actual competition. So the fact that they dealt with Curacao like that, we got to give them credit. So that bumps them up to fight for first spot. But because United States is so dominant, I had to go for Canada second spot. All right. So everyone is saying Canada. I had said that Mexico ain't ready for a long time. All right. So third spot now. Ooh, all right. Omar Fowling over. You know what I'm gonna do before. I'm going to write these things after. After, because Omar Foley might just put a like on that, you know. Omar, you never looked at it, Omar, because it seems to be cheating, you know. Omar, are you cheating? Because I have it in the... All right, so Panama, everyone gives it Panama. No, I think all of you blood. Literally check that before, you know. Yes. You scored 22 one time. Africans, don't fool yourself. United States is better than Canada. If they hold Canada, they might 6 Canada Africans. Relax yourself, yeah. If those wins get into your head. All right. So Panama third. All right, Panama third. All right. So we have Giovanni. All right, so fourth place now. Let me see. Ooh, the fourth place looking tough, you know. They gave up 8. They gave us 8. Okay, yeah, it makes sense then, because based on what I saw, Curacao getting 1 and 2 chances. The United States with a dog walk Canada, you know. But Canada is good. Canada is second best team. Even Haiti will hold Canada. All right, so fourth spot. Ooh, we giving fourth spot too. Haiti for fourth spot. Ooh. Even though Haiti finished the maximum point, I still think I'm not gonna disrespect Costa Rica. It's between Haiti, Costa Rica, and Honduras. Between Haiti, Costa Rica, and Honduras. If you give Haiti fourth, I have no problem. But I think that Costa Rica is better than Haiti and Honduras. I thought that Costa Rica switched their team, downgrading Grenada. Was it Grenada? Downgrading them, and that's why they drew that game. Costa Rica is way better than everybody in that group. So Costa Rica, I gave fourth. But if you give Haiti fourth, I have no problem. You know, Haiti is my land. They said I was born there. All right? Yes. So I have no problem. All right? So I went for Costa Rica fourth. Then for my fifth spot, I went for 85th spot. They never conceded nothing. They shut out a very good team in Guatemala as well. Yeah, so that's why I gave them that spot. But remember, Costa Rica dominated almost everybody, included Grenada or whatever they name. They dominated that game as well. And should have scored way more. You understand me? And that's their not second, but half of their first unit with their second unit. And they still dominated that game. Could have scored over 6, 7, 8 goals. You understand me? So, not because it ended 2-2, you know? Yeah. All right. Mexico, Costa Rica, then Haiti. No, Mexico ain't better than Costa Rica. I'm very sorry, guys. Mexico second game. Mexico, if United States Mexico this time, Mexico would have got battered. All right, yes. So Mexico ain't in the top 5. I'm very sorry. Mexico did not make my top 5 people. I am very sorry. All right, yes. So number 6 is Honduras for me. Yes. So I'm very sorry. We don't have any Mexico as yet. Yes. Just because they are Mexico. Mexico even lower than Jamaica? Oh, no. If Mexico meet Jamaica, they are going to batter Jamaica as well. No. We ain't going to disrespect the other teams, them. I am agreeing that Mexico ain't in the top 5. They are not in the top 6 so far. But I had put Mexico 7th. Above El Salvador. I put Mexico 7th. No, we ain't going to disrespect Mexico like that. They are creating good chances. Their system is very tough to play against. All right, and they are defensively solid as well. All right, so I'm not going to play with Mexico. They have dropped down to 7th, and because they have such a high standard, people expect them to be 1st or 2nd, which they are nowhere not near like that. But Giovanni, I think you rate Jamaica way too highly. I'm very sorry, Giovanni. I'm very sorry. I think you rate Jamaica too highly, Giovanni. All right, so then after Mexico, I had El Salvador. It's gonna get tricky, you know, guys. It's gonna get tricky. All right, El Salvador. I had 8 just because El Salvador defeated Jamaica and they qualified. I put them 8. All right, but I saw other teams that could have beaten El Salvador and also Jamaica that never qualified either. All right, yes. So number 9. This is where the vibes is gonna start now. Let me go into the nitty gritty now because we gave all 8 spots to the qualifiers. All right, no, we could have chopped out others, you know. Let me go for 9th down to 16th. So all the second places them now. That's what I said. That because they're Mexico and performed like that, they need to be okay. So you're saying because they were not the top 2, they should just go below everybody else. That one is tough. Jamaica or Nicaragua 9th? Ooh, really? All right, Jamaica. I think Jamaica was 8 people. The only reason why I put El Salvador 8 is because they qualified. I think people. Ooh, 8. People, what about Puerto Rico? I actually think that Puerto Rico team is Puerto Rico. You see, Puerto Rico team, Nicaragua, Jamaica, Curacao. Damn rep ain't bad at all. If Nicaragua buck Jamaica, we're losing. Yeah, Nicaragua is good. But I think that Puerto Rico does not get the respect that they deserve. That ninth. Nobody can come to a conclusion who is the ninth best team. Ooh, damn. Who is the ninth best team? Ooh. Who we are going to go to now? African says he's giving Jamaica 12th. All right. Jamaica can get anywhere between 9th and 12th. I think that based on what I saw, I think it should be Puerto Rico, you know. I think Nicaragua or Puerto Rico, those are the two ninth best team. Nicaragua or Puerto Rico. So if I get Nicaragua 9th, I'm going to put Puerto Rico 10th. Puerto Rico is solely based off them playing Honduras. Why they never made it through. So Nicaragua, I'm going to give Nicaragua 9th because they really pushed Mexico to the brinks, even though Puerto Rico did the same. We have to give Puerto Rico. Yeah, but we have Jamaica in the mix as well now. So you want me to put Jamaica at 12? Oh my God. Oh, all right. Jamaica and Curacao fighting for 11th spot. I do believe that Puerto Rico and Nicaragua better than both of the other teams. Them. So Jamaica and Curacao fighting for 11th spot, the 11th best team. In the 11th best team. I think we never watched those you guys never watched those teams enough. Yeah, that's why I never knew that they were so good. They're really good. I think that if Puerto Rico in our group, they win it comfortable as well. They win it comfortable as well, better than El Salvador win it. All right? Yes, they are very good. They are recruiting good players as well. They have a good system and they play very good football. Yeah? Honduras had to dig deep to win it over them. Deep. Curacao clears Jamaica. The way they play, the quality of players that they have can match with Jamaica, if not surpass Jamaica as well. Yeah, they have very good players. Curacao and Jamaica, they have good players. They have very, very good players. Because remember, they went for all in Netherlands and Jamaica went for all in Canada and MLS. So I think if you put Jamaica 11th or 12th, it's okay for me. I think we were actually at that level between there. Curacao played good. They scored a lot of goals. They caused all sorts of problems as well, but they conceded a lot of goals as well. Jamaica never conceded so much. So maybe that's where I think I would pick Jamaica over Curacao. But I think maybe if Curacao gets more time, because they look more technical, you would say that they just look like better football players than Jamaica. But I want to say the effectiveness of Jamaica's forwards, I have to give Jamaica the edge over Curacao and put them 11th. But if you ask me which one of the footballers am I going to pick, I'm going to pick the Curacao Stars them. Because they just look like they're better footballers. They look like they're better educated footballers to me. But based on how the turnout upon, I got to go with Jamaica, put them at 11 because Curacao conceded what? In 2 games, they conceded what? 9 goals in 2 games? Yeah, obviously they played Canada, one of the best teams. And I do believe that if Jamaica met Canada or USA, it's going to be over 5 blood. It's not going to be any 2 or 3. Believe me, once USA take it serious, they are going to batter everybody. And I think if we met Canada as well, it would have been the same treatment, over 5 blood. All right, so that big score for Curacao against Canada, I can't read into it so much because Jamaica never had nobody in their group as Canada. We had El Salvador, which Canada is way, way better than El Salvador. And they still scored 2. And some super save we had to bring out to even consider to stay in the game. You know, so we have to talk the truth as what it is. You know, yeah, we are not on those top teams level. If we had qualified, it would have come down to the group and the actual talent and actual difficulty of the team in our group. You know, because if we had other groups like Canada, we wouldn't have it. It would have been a tough time. You know, we would have lose hope from early out. Kendrick in Lamar, that was Ernest says, big up yourself, thanks for being Parky. Says Jamaica 14. We have to give them credit, man. They score goals and stuff, and I have to give them the credit. This man talking about big up Kendrick is one song playlist almost a year now. Brother, I have like 40 Kendrick songs in my playlist. What you talking about? Yes, I am El Salvadorian. I agree with your JD. Canada plays better than El Salvador. Yes, man. If you watch it, man, we have to give them credit, man. United States and Canada topped the chart, and United States was just better. You know, yeah. So that's our top 12. Our top 12, because Curacao would have gone behind Jamaica. Just sadly because they went in a tough group. If they had gotten a favorable group, maybe they would have done better against Honduras, against Mexico, and other teams. Kendrick knows. Kendrick knows he has 40 songs. No, I'm saying he's calling me Kendrick, and I'm saying in my playlist I have 40 Kendrick songs in my playlist that I like, you know, from all the albums. So it's not one song. That is not even fair. Kendrick is literally leading the charts, and 2 of his songs them fighting for first place. So you can't say people only know one song when literally the man have the biggest song ever recorded in rap ever in history. He has 1 and 2 fighting for number 1 spot. And he has some of the biggest sold albums in history. But yet still people say he has one song. I don't know if it's because he has this black messiah behavior about him, why people don't like him. Or people just like the Drake low quality, low standard, go club mentality. Because that's what Drake gives you, you know. Drake just gives you a shallow thing. It doesn't give you nothing to think about. Yeah, maybe he just saying, oh, that's what's going on in Atlanta. You know, he gives you that vibes. Doesn't give you oh, you have to take a dictionary up. You have to learn 2 words. You have to learn something about Ghana, something about this. And I think what Kendrick gives you, you have to go back to black history. You have to go back to American history, Africa history, whatever subject he's talking, and he gives you depth in that subject. And I think that Drake is a shallow person. Not a shallow person, a shallow artist. And I think he matches the time, because I think we're in the shallow times that everybody, because you're loud, they equate that to quality. That's what happens today. Not necessarily what you do, but how loud you sound. You know? Yes. And that's what I think. So I don't expect more people to like Kendrick than Drake, because the time matches Drake a lot more. So I'm surprised that Kendrick is still beating him. That means Drake is that bad. If Kendrick is still beating him in the time, that is the only time he would have been successful, to be honest. JD, Kendrick sells you a beach in Antarctica? No, man. I'm just giving you something about the time as to, this is how I do see it. Because remember, you know, even on our channel, when you're the glazing, listen to my words properly. Because I've gone past Kendrick Lamar. I'm talking about the times, how I do see things. You understand me? And that's why I put him in the conversation as to how I see things. All right? Yes, so it's not about him and glazing nothing. All right? Stop it. I'm just saying it's a times. Just look at it. All right? Just look at it. I'm telling you, nowadays people telling people not to read. I just heard Drake had a song telling people it's not time to read. It's time to get the party lit. So there should be some dunce fools in the party. That's it. So I don't know why I am saying this man give you something to think about, and then you're upset. But the next man telling you that, listen to me, I should stay as dunce as possible, and let me talk about the party. What are you talking about, man? What are you going to do? Go for a dictionary? That's what he has in his latest song, you know. Go for a dictionary. What are you going to do? Tell the go-go girls them if you have a dictionary? So the man pretty much tell you, say your songs them are all about education and all of those history and all sort of foolishness. Nobody wants that. So Drake himself telling you that we're in the dunce times. He's telling you, you know. He's telling you that we're in the... So Drake himself telling you that, because that's what he said. You so like funny. The man admitting that in this time you not gonna ever be number one, Kendrick, because what you stand for is not what the time is. People don't want to hear nothing over the top. Look at his Super Bowl. What they're saying. They're saying they don't. I literally heard people came on the internet and said they don't want to learn nothing. Kendrick Lamar need to just sing his best songs and come off the stage. That black boy need to come off the stage and sing his best songs. We don't want to have anything with meaning. Jesus God. I on the biggest programs I've heard that. We don't want anything with meaning and anything deep. So this tells me that nobody cares about education this year, in these times. Man saying that, brother, just let me enjoy myself and you go about your business. What are you talking about education and deep and you're fighting for black people? Even black people saying so? I don't want to fight for my brother. I just want for vibes. I want to just dance. So people, no, that's why I said you should always review. That's why for me, I don't like to be on phones. I like to pay attention to things and stay in my own box. That's why I don't like to talk to people about football when I'm watching a game. I want to sit down, write down everything because I just want to have my own thoughts. So what I'm saying, you guys never even pick that up because I am just watching and listening to everything and I'm saying, oh my God. So this is the times that we're in because I am doing football on YouTube and I heard people tell people that education no matter in a football. Then song artists is telling people that we don't care about nothing. Jamaica talking about a dunce badness around place. And then I heard Donald Trump being the president. So all of these things don't happen by accident. It does not happen by accident. Everybody's saying the same thing, It is a short attention span era we are in. And you can't refute that. That's what it is. A short attention span. Drake is smarter than Kendrick. Nanny Ballin? That is one of the biggest lies you ever tell in a lie. It is a short attention span we're in. The people them don't care. They just want to be entertained. All right? I am surprised that we don't have slavery today than before. All right, because I am almost sure that in slavery we were brighter than today. I am almost certain that we were brighter than in slavery than today. When we have all access to things in our faces, and I'm sure that we are more educated in slavery than today. Yeah, I am going to strongly say that. Yeah, believe me. It's all about the beat and tempo. Determines if education Kendrick is in the wrong era. Yeah. Because I can't believe I hear a man come out and say, brother, you're not gonna wear. Once I come out here and make the party lit, all of these girls, you think they're gonna run around with dictionary trying to listen to what you saying, bro? Get out this way. And I'm saying, okay, he's right. He's right, Nobody ain't listening to the Kendrick, no club. Not dancing club, but the club that I'm talking about. And those are the clubs that sell all the fame, Yeah. Yeah, so people, you're tapping into my brain. That's how I think, That's how I think. Yeah. So that's why you don't see me follow the masses. You don't see me run up in people and want to be everywhere with everybody because I want to spend that time to learn things. So anything I put my mind to, I am learning it. So you hear man beating me, oh, I'm glazing Kendrick. And I'm saying, no, it's not about Kendrick. It's about the times that I'm realizing, like, everybody try to eradicate education because they just want to simplify things because they don't want to work hard. Because if in slavery we had to do, but now they do whatever. Yes, but even though enlightenment we had to do it, maybe we still knew more, and that's why we knew that it was wrong. And we are preparing, when we get that one opportunity, we are going to find a way to free ourselves. But no, we purposely go to do the wrong today. You understand me? Yes, so that was my pointer that I was leading towards. All right? Yes, so what I was actually saying here. I'd rather be street smart than educated. But Drake ain't more street smart than educated. Street smart more than Kendrick either. Nanny balling. So I just believe that the problem is, all right, look. For instance, look for me. For me growing up nanny balling in Jamaica, I was always the one. JD, you need a channel when you talk about world's affair. So we can talk about it because you're drinking cocoa juice about smarter in slavery. All right. Well, no problem. But no, the smarter in slavery was not to say how smart we were. It's to say how dumb we are today. Giovanni, I don't think you actually pick up what I was actually saying, you know. You see? Because I'm saying everything is here for us and we choose to be this dumb. That's all. So we are glorifying dumbness. Giovanni, it look like my double entendre are too deep for you, you know, Giovanni. I think you wanted to say formally educated, all right? No. I am going in my all right. People, let me finish my statement. People selling out man for what they think will give them freedom. Well, people killing people for things that they can't get. Because man a kill man today for their popularity, Giovanni. So then they weren't gonna free anybody. So which one seems stupider? So Giovanni, don't Giovanni, believe me, just agree to me. Just agree with me. Before we get into the details, believe me. Just agree. Believe me. Because you're not gonna win that one. Today is time. Oh my God. Because you are still educated, being street smart. Okay. Alright, so anyways, let me show you why. Let me show you why I respect and resonate to Kendrick Lamar a lot more. Me growing up in Jamaica, it's a struggle in the ghetto. Me growing up in the ghetto, in every ghetto. I've said that I am the ghetto man from Jamaica that you see here because I've gone to all of the ghettos. So me growing up in Jamaica, it's a struggle to try be educated. Because remember, when you go to the school and learn, you know, you have to exercise that, you know. In our communities, which is Jungle, Waltham, you cannot exercise that education, you know. Once you finish that in your school, your school, you know. If you go on the road and try ask a bigger person and try work it with a bigger person, they are shunning you off. You can't speak properly. You can't do nothing. These are what happened in the ghetto. I'm talking every ghetto because I've gone to all of them. You get me? If you come here and try to pronounce a word properly, they're pushing you aside. You understand me? So what I'm trying to say is, I heard a statement from Kendrick Lamar, and he said the reason why he puts certain things in his songs is because being educated is about learning. No. How are you going to understand what is correct or not? But let me stay on topic. So based on I heard Kendrick Lamar talking about when he was growing up, he said a lot of his friends them never know how to express themselves and couldn't express themselves a certain way because people would look down. The guys then, the gangsters would look down on them. So Kendrick Lamar, he would have to hide in his house to read a book. You understand me? Rather than be out on the corner to read a book. So it resonates to me like Jamaica. So even though, remember, I was a computer tech, you know, and then a phone technician after when I finished school. I couldn't show that nerdy side of me. I have to always be at the clubs, keeping parties, talking about girls. But really and truly in my house, I was playing FIFA and building computers. You understand me? But really and truly, I have the most girls outside as well because I was keeping the parties and everything. So the pure pressure that the ghetto mentality put on you, it puts you in certain box. So that's why I resonated to Kendrick Lamar a lot more because I saw that the same way how Jamaica's ghetto deal with you is the same way how his side of the world deals with him as well. So he used to take out parts out of no. I any parts out of anybody want phones and steal anything. No, 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 no. We fixed. I was versed on softwares, so I flashed phones, unlocked all phones. Even when I worked with Lime, um, they had a promotion, and then I built a code to keep it in one of the phones that they run a promotion for. I have to find the year. I was at the Alpha Tree branch at that time. Yes, and I did a code, and it actually stayed and worked with that phone. So I was definitely versed with unlocking phones and the computer softwares, but I still had the ability to change a screen, change a charging port. Maybe no, I never reached to change circuits. I never did circuits, not at all. So I never. That's the one side I never reached into the phones. Yeah. So JD was educated or to steal? No, 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 no. Oh my God. Um, Let me. I'm not gonna go into this detail, but I'm gonna share this story too as well. One time, a guy brought a compute like a lot of Apple parts. No, in computers, I can do way more in computers than what I can do in phones. But definitely, I was specialized in computers because that's what I was working on for years. And I'm gonna show you. Even when I came to Belgium, I just made an iPhone off the flash out of nothing. You understand me? So it tells you that sometimes you have to have good skills because it will come in handy as well. And as you saw for my computers and all of my things, I do everything myself. So it always comes in handy. All right. So it's not just for work; it's for your living. It becomes a part of you. You understand me? Yeah. So I can do a lot on computers. So not because I can't identify Twitter. It's not because I don't go on Twitter and learn the name of Twitter, and I don't be in Instagrams. That means I can't make the software that you are working on. Because that's the problem. You just have the graphics user interface. You understand me? But you don't know nothing about the programming, the full background of the programming and how it works. But surprising, I know about that. So maybe I'm not Rajman. Maybe I'm not as stupid as what you think because I don't know Twitter. You know, after a minute, let's live on the name of something. Then JD, look how easy you could have become a criminal. Just goes to show you its mindset. Yeah, yeah, yeah. JD mother would have beat him. No, but the problem is, remember I grew up by myself, My father died when I'm 9 years old, and my mother left to England when I'm nine as well. Because my mother left a couple weeks before my father died. So I grew myself, and I lived to see more than almost close to, let me not say 100, because I know hundreds of people that died. That is true. But I would say 50 to 60 of my close friends died before I left Jamaica. So I'm in jungle, I'm going to Trenchtown Primary. Because when I'm in Trenchtown Primary, Piggy died in Trenchtown Primary. Then when I reached in Trenchtown, Kimberly, Dragon, Taffy died. Pete died over there. Then one of my friends died over Slipen Road as well. So when I reached before seventh grade, I already had maybe like 10 to 12 young kids beside me died. And when I reached the Walton Park Road, it just really flowed because people dying from jungle, kids that I knew, and also people died in the Walton. So 50, I think it's under. We're more than 50 people. We're more than 50 young kids in my age group died before I left Jamaica, which was in 2013, 2014, I left Jamaica. And more than 50 people, young kids, not older guys, young kids, more than 50. More than 50. Remember, I was popular I went to Greenwich Farm. I was down at Greenwich Farm with dance. I was down at Grassyard down at Tivoli playing football. Denham Town, Rima, Jungle, Slipen Road, Jewsland, Mar Valley, UN then. So I was really popular. So I get to know a lot of people because I was playing football as well. But that shows you that a lot of kids died. And one kid that died that really changed my mentality. Aside from my uncle that died when I'm 5 years old in jungle, at the roundabout, is a kid that was he's from Chisholm Avenue. That guy went to prep school. His name is Piggy. I don't have to call his full name. People that knows me know who I'm talking. that guy came out once outside with a bad influence and he died the same night over, I think police killed him on a robbery, you know? And when I saw the photo and I'm seeing straight through the guy, back to front, they shot out his entire head back. I started to look on things really different, you know? Because I'm saying this kid grew up under us. Because he was like 3 to 4 years under us. He went to Lalamans, all of the prep school. His father is very rich, mother, good family, everything. And the guy came out the road one time and go out with a guy and died. Believe me, died. You know? So believe me, when I'm here telling you about what Jamaica does to people, kids, and I am still here trying to preach good to people. I don't even want to touch these things, man. Believe me, man. You know, but I think the only thing can match that is what I'm seeing in Afghanistan and those things. You know, what can match those things, man? Those things give you PTSD, man. You know. JD, I never see a Greenish farm. Yeah, man. I look. My boy them that has the sound. I remember they were playing at my party. You know. The sound down on 9th Street, they are playing at my party. I was going to Greenwich Farm from when I'm playing for Stats. Because we usually go to Greenwich Farm when I play for Stats, and after when I'm doing dance, we need them. That's keeping the party. They were keeping parties down there. They were playing. With my Diamond Tuesday, we need them. I was the first one they were keep it because the owner of the sound, baby mother, which is Bobby, it lives on my street. You understand me? So I chose them to keep my first party with. You're supposed to know the sound that I'm talking, determined. Now you know exactly who I'm talking. And you had a short, thick girl that brought me. It was a girl brought me down there too, you know. I think her name is Pooh. Pooh. Yeah, so Pooh. Pooh brought me down there, but obviously we need them. Friend was the baby father of a girl on my street as well. So that's why I went down there and down there. Yeah, so no, you get it now. Determined. I know you know those people because they are some of the most popular persons down there. Yeah. So what is the name of the girl that used to have? No. I met them at an uptown party, you know. Because I met she and a few of her friends them, and then I went down there at one of her parties because obviously if she come at one of our parties, we have to go back down to that party and support it and everything, and that's so you know we went a lot of places. We went a lot of places, man. But I'm just trying to show you that certain things, even though me grow by myself, I still stayed alive, and I saw people came outside and died the next day. You understand me? Yeah, so as what people said, street knowledge is good. I never refuted that, but I just said people in nowadays just don't want to learn. So whether it's street knowledge or book knowledge, they just don't want to learn regardless. You understand me? Uptown girl, them love... No, man, that Pooh girl was from downtown. She was from Greenwich Farm, but our friends them lived closer to Uptown because I went to our friends' yard as well. Yeah. Yeah, man, the people, I did my run in Jamaica, man, believe me. All over Jamaica. Every damn place. You know? Yes, everywhere. Because at first, that was it just in St. Catherine, St. Anne's, no, St. Andrew and Kingston. But I started to go to more places like Portland, Mandeville, yeah. Mandeville I went to, but I never went to any bad area in Mandeville. I went to just the richest area in Mandeville because... that was a time when things changed. Yes, so I never got a chance to go inside Mandeville. I went to Westmoreland because my family lives in Westmoreland as well. Yeah, St. Thomas. I went to St. Thomas as well. Yeah, a lot of times. Yeah, I went to even I went to a range somewhere close by here. No, either it's in Portland, the range. Yeah, that was the first range I went to in Jamaica. Yeah, man. So not to get distracted, but I'm just trying to say that Kendrick Lamar resonated to what I saw And I saw that our own people holds us back a lot. And the fact that he broke through and he's trying to sell people the hope to say that they can come through with him, and don't feel ashamed to take up the book. Don't feel ashamed to express yourself. That's what it gives me when it comes on to Kendrick Lamar. You understand me? Yes. So it's not me glazing anybody. It's just because I can resonate with that person and I know what they're going through because I have went through it as well. Ingleside Mandeville. Okay, okay. JD, run dance, play football, switch phone. Well, tell you what, somebody will always identify me and tell you that I'm telling the truth. All right, that's the whole. Once I'm telling the truth, I don't care how it want to look. All right, Giovanni. So, what age were you then when you got that realization? When I realized that I have not more than 2 weeks left in Jamaica. at around. Let me see. When I realized that I have no long time left in Jamaica, I would say around 27 or so. That's when I realized that, yeah, I have no more time left in Jamaica because now I'm in the communities. The fame level gone to a ridiculous place, and bag of girls, and then girls have man, and then you have problems with man. You have to thump down people, and then people have gunman, and you are not really gunman. Then you meet people, you're them a friend, and them wanted, and people want to kill them, and people shoot off them, and believe me, people. Before I left Jamaica, I realized that the week before I left Jamaica, I realized that I only have 1 week left. Or 2 weeks. Yes. I had no more time than that in my vicinity. So unless I'm gonna go run way to Mandeville, run way to Ocherias, run way to I don't believe I had longer than what I had. Yeah. That's what I believed. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I believe. I'm not going to go into any details, but that's what I believe, Yeah, because the last 3 days, I've missed that like 15 times. And it's not me people coming for. So don't believe that it's me doing all sort of foolishness. It's people beside me, and I don't know what a man doing the day before. Just like you see the other day when I told you that they killed like 4 people over my community, one place. Yeah. So I never knew. The person that came for the person knew me. And that's why that person never died. And the week that I left, he died the next week. You understand me? So, yeah, it's not my problem. I am a dance man, I'm a dance man, but you're mixed up with a lot of people. People come for people and all them stuff. So, yeah, it was rough, yeah, man. It was a little bit rough. That late JD, you were lucky being in that, yeah, man. But remember, I never stayed at Jungle alone. I went from Jungle, Crescent Roadside, then I went to 33 Lane, so Walton Park Road, then I went to Chisholm Avenue. So I never really spent 15 years one place. I spent like 7, 5, Yeah. Easy to get mixed up, but I was not mixed up. I can tell you. Yes, I can tell you. I just new persons that people looking for, and obviously in dancehall, and because you treat a guy good, he comes back around you and say, "Yo, big up us," and he starts to stay around you, and then he's wanted over there, and some people you fix phone for, they are the most wanted, like a next case. A guy that me and him grew up, he becomes the most wanted person in Jamaica at the time, and he brought 2 phones to give me to fix. 2 people saw that and went and told the persons them that he's wanted from as well. And they came for me. You understand me? And obviously because my father was a popular person, the person that came for me was a friend of my father. And that's why they never brushed me right there as well too. Jamaica is crazy, people. So don't let people tell you about Jamaica is no easy place to get through, man. I'm telling you, man. And I can swear on God here, I was not involved. I was just an honest person, but I grew all of those places. I was an honest person. And these are all things that people know. That's why I can talk it public. Derek G said, I lived in 33 lane for 20 years. And you don't know me? And you don't know me, Derek G? No, man, unless my face changed. But I lived in 35 lane for years. Early on, though, I was younger when I left. But I still went to 35 lane up to 2013. Up to 2013, you know? So you must know me, Derek G. So tell me who are your family in 37 lane, Derek G. And I can tell you, because I lived at the middle of 35 lane. JD, you're no. I'm just giving you stories. Even in my chat, one day we were playing Manning Cup. I was commenting on Manning Cup, and I saw a commenter came in here, and the commenter came in and said, "Boy, JD, you always motivate people, pretty much people don't even know. If I followed you, if I had listened to you, I wouldn't be serving life now." And that guy that said that is the same guy that I told you knew me when he came for somebody, and he went and go for the guy after when I left. Yes, and he because one of his family was playing Manning Cup, and I bought his family a boots and stuff to do his thing. It looked like the parents of the family told him, and then that's how he ended up on my page. And he said that you're just a good person, my brother. You always try to motivate people to do the right thing. And and he was in the chat here, but nobody knew that, And I'm just laughing, No, Boston, it's not a done thing. I was a little bit more fortunate than a lot of people in my community, yeah. In the end. So maybe that's where it was looking, especially when I was keeping the dance. It was looking that way. So that's why I'm saying my time was expiring, Sometimes you can see things, One thing I don't do, is lie to myself, You understand me? If you see certain things go in one direction, you don't make it become reality. When you know, you can just leave, JD, never afraid about the links them. When other people's after them and might retaliate on friends. Yeah, because remember all of those guys that I told you that died. Even the other day when I was on the stream and I said 4 of them died. It looked like it was off the same 2013 thing. I heard, but I'm not going to get involved in those foolishness. I have nothing to say. Where's the guy with 37 lane? Not say you're involved, but the association gets. Yeah, but look, I am a computer tech. I'm a cell phone person, so I'm fixing phone. A man come to my shop. I can't tell him no. Obviously, me and that guy grew up, yes, and the rest of the guys that's following him grew up and stuff. But I can't tell him no. Maybe you would have smoked me there too as well. Saying I'm picking side for the next man. Yeah. Brando, you see after that? Brando? That was down at Chisholm Avenue. Down at the bottom of Chisholm Avenue. You see after that? The next week I started to work at Halfway Tree. I never even gave it an next opportunity. I said, you know what? That is enough. That is enough. Yes. The next week. So now people would know why I moved from the Chisholm bottom. I remember I lived in Chisholm at that time, Yes, man. I never even gave it an opportunity. The next week I'm in Halfway Tree working. Yeah. Give up everything, man. Yeah. Yeah, give up everything, Yeah, so people believe it, man. So that's why, you see where the Kendrick Lamar conversation led us. So now you understand why I'm in that Brock. Like I do respect him because I do see what he's doing. He's standing for his people, No. Let me give you. When I saw that he's getting bad, Rajman. One day, this is where I was starting the conversation here. When one day a guy brought an Apple computer, a MacBook, and around 2 iPhones, but you don't have the same remote lock. You don't have the same remote lock as before. All right. you never have the same remote lock as before. Like how now you can lock the phone and find me your iPhone. Before you could jailbreak them or you could unlock them with different other methods. You get me? So one day a guy brought a computer and two phones. He offered me to sell me, sell me at a good price that I could, because that's how you get phones and you can sell them back and stuff. We're not in no illegal nothing. It's legal. I'm taking up my damn money, giving to people and taking their goods. But one reason said I should not take it, but work on it because I am the tech in there, and I was one of the only one in the entire country could have worked on iPhone mainly. My friend Solomon at halfway crossroad, and my boy at downtown, we were the only three working on specific products. So they brought the iPhone and the MacBook Pro, and I did work on them. But my friend beside me took one of them, and I'm telling you, one day, like a week or so after, I just saw pure police running in, scraping up my brethren and locking. people, my story, my lifestyle my life is a barn story, people. All right, so I never came to just Belgium and I had all of these stories. My lifestyle is the story. Yeah, man, they scrape up big boss Kunte, man. I'm telling you, man. God, man. So I learned that day, don't buy anything from anybody that comes into stores, which you always had the idea, But I thought that we could have took out all of the information out of it that couldn't come, send back to people. Yeah, man. let me stop it right there because. Oh my God. So Billy, you're a phone man like myself. I worked at Duke Street. Oh, Michael Sadler. So Duke Street, that means you work with Ricky's name. Or you work at the corner. Let me know. No, Duke Street was where the Chinese them. So you work inside, Michael? Because I usually come to Duke Street. Yeah, Duke Street was where the Chinese them sits. That's where I came to buy parts. A lot of times. Yeah. So I think, yes. Okay, all right. So Michael, it's a small world, It's a small world. So you see it? Small world. Derek says, my stepdad, they called him Uncle. He worked at Sunbeam Bakery. Yes, because it's right side. But you should know Lover's Choice sound. Our Oki, the one and guy. Of course, I know Lover's Choice. Fat man, brother, me and brother, cool. Yeah, I talked to him last year. Yeah. Yeah, so I know them, but the one and I'm trying to remember who was the one and guy, because he said live 37, but Lover's Choice is 35. Lover's Choice is 35 lane, and Lover's Choice lived above me. Yeah, in front of Dillinger, because Dillinger lives. Yeah, Dillinger artist Dillinger that you guys know, popular Dillinger. He lives over in front of Lover's Choice. There. Yeah. So I would have to go back to learn who was the one and guy. I don't remember the one and guy, but maybe because that means you live closer to Arville in the middle. Arville, John Ross, who I knew from a long time. Yeah, I think you live where Piggy them live. Piggy. Okay, yeah. I think that's where you're from. JD, easy. If him have one hand, you can't forget him. No. You had the next one hand kid. He died later on. His name was Wani. He was around, Yes, so he had more than one and more. Giovanni is a lot of no, not laughing, but you had more than one people with one parts. One of the most populous persons is Wani, British, and he has 1 foot. All right, Giovanni. So you don't know about our community, so stop talking like that. All right, I'm telling you, our community never normal. All right, you see, you're so fast. I can just tell you some one situation thing. Yes, our community popular, man. Believe me, and dangerous. Okay, Michael said he worked inside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where that's yeah. Those places were talented. Yeah, I have to give the Chinese them their credit. Yeah. But we are bringing something different to Waltham. But it was dangerous. People, it was dangerous. Dangerous. If it's not police off you, it's bad man off you, and you're not doing nothing wrong. Someone come to your store, you pay for it, you vet it, pay for it, then you get locked up by the police. If someone wanted come to your store, and you're fixing them phone, that means you're in collusion with them, and then people want to come and murder you. So, and then when you're going to party, you have to be careful who you walk with. Yeah. It's rough. It was rough. Now in Belgium, much more safer place. You just do your thing and live. Nobody, you're not mixed up with anybody. I don't have any friends. I don't even care of having any friends. My friends, them are from Poland, India. The other day I was talking to my friend from India. She's back in India. So people just checking on how you're doing because they saw you post something on Facebook. It's not the same like Jamaica. 500 people. Yeah, so it's not the same. It's not the same people. Yeah. And that's why some of the guys them that left to play football elsewhere, they can't fit in because Jamaica ain't the same like majority places. You understand me? You will know 700 people in just a small area. In these communities, if you know 5 people, you know enough. Yeah. Yeah, so determine. You know those guys that those people that I was talking about, right? Yeah, so people, JA is the only pot one team that not to qualify for the World Cup. And the worst thing about it is that we will not be in pot one but that's what we're talking about. To be honest. Yes, Giovanni, a culture shock, man, because I had like a few persons that I've talked to when they came over here, and they were struggling with the situation, like outside Jamaica. They were struggling with it. But if you realize that, now you understand why I never had any choice, Giovanni. No, Giovanni, I never had any choice. They had choices, so they can go back to Jamaica and do whatever they want, and be stars, and maybe they want a lot of girls because that's what our culture peer pressure us into. So maybe they can. I'm here working every day and not really going anywhere mentally. I go back to Jamaica and play some JPL, have 3-4 girls and live my life. So some people find that a little bit easier. So it's tough to go to a different culture, because Belgium ain't nothing like that. France ain't nothing like that. Germany ain't nothing like that. Netherlands ain't nothing like that. Italy worse. So it's a culture shock for the guys them. That's why I don't really beat them so much when they can't fit in. Because I know that extra struggle. Remember, I gave you guys the joke, when I went to play football. Maybe that's why them get so much jacket. Okay. I never wanted to get into that jacket conversation. When I was over here, people, I'm telling you, we lost that game because of the coach tactics. Because it was so clear we were the better team. Very disappointed. I don't think we were a better team. I think we had because football stretches in 3 different thirds: defensive, midfield, and attacking. And I thought that we could say that we win in the attacking area, but we weren't the better defensive team. One of our defensive central was as good as 3 of their midfielders. So they were the better midfielders, better defenders. So you can't be the better team on the field. El Salvador was the better team and was the better team in the entire group for every game. Jamaica was not better than El Salvador in none of the games them, against none of the opposition them, because Jamaica gave up 17 big chances, big entries against 2 minnows. We said that before the game started. El Salvador gave up 2, and both of them came in St. Lucia game. Both of them. In St. Lucia game, we gave up almost 10. Remember, our goalkeeper I should have gotten sent off, Murray. And it's because of the referee kept us in the game, Nicholas. So we weren't the better team at all. We never better than El Salvador. What we had an advantage that we should have played into, being that we have the goal scoring advantage. So what we should have worked around that, because we are not so, yes, 17 big entries, and out of that around 8 big chances in total, because I'm going to count that red card as a chance. I'm going to count all of those incidents as chances. Yes, because remember, we gave up big chances against Panama. You remember Panama came on, look at, they couldn't put 2 passes together. If you watch El Salvador played both of these teams, they got nothing out of them. Nothing at all. They gave away nothing. So their defense was always better. JD, what kind of numbers? No, I said entries and big chances overall. And I'm telling you the actions them that I'm adding to it as well. Yes, that's why I started. JD came on the weakest team in the group, scored against Jamaica. And remember, they were creating as well. It was not just a dominant like when yeah, but it was still a chance inside our box. It was not like a man kick a ball in our box and the guy just have 1 ball in our box and it's a penalty. They are breaking away. Come on, Giovanni. Sometimes we can just start the truth, you know. That's why I came to this conclusion before. It was not a shock to me what they are going to do. I never said Jamaica can't win the game, but I said we are not going to keep a clean sheet against them, because we were never looking like we were going to keep a clean sheet against Cayman, and definitely not St. Lucia. St. Lucia could have scored 4 or 5 goals against Jamaica. I would say they should have scored 3 goals against Jamaica with ease, with relative ease. It's poor. Byron was poor not to just lay off an empty ball with nobody in the goal. Remember that happens, you know. So we should have gotten a red card. A man should have laid off a ball with an empty net. It's like a me alone watch football. Okay, it look like a me alone watch football. Giovanni, we were not good defensive. We were not good defensive, and we cannot go into games and act like those things never took place. We have to be honest to people in our reasoning. We were nowhere near defensively solid as El Salvador. It's not even a question. The only advantage we had was the fact that we scored more goals than them. You understand me? Because when we talk about giving up chances, and that's why I agreed with you, Giovanni, that we should play into our strengths, which was to try and attack. Because we were not going to defend. We were not going to defend to save nothing at all. So it looked like what you guys were saying, that we should have tried an attack. Just play attacking game, because we were not defensively good. You know, and worst off, even the player them that showed a better life of defensively good, we never picked them. So Brown showed that he's defensively solid. We never pick him. He showed that he had aerial ability to stop certain ball over the top. We never pick him. So we even make our team worse defensive in the game. So we could have stayed a little bit better, you know, guys. But he chose to go for those. Franklin said, I would blame the coach as well. I went to that part as well. I'm just trying to show that it was so much things that was wrong, and we still came close. That is very good. So that's why I want to congratulate them, because we still came close, even with so much problems the team had. JD, we gave away the game against El Salvador. The foul that led to the free kick was very silly, and their second goal was almost laughable. I agree that our defense was poor. Okay, fair enough. But remember, Giovanni, before that, the keeper couldn't keep it in the net, in the same 2 minutes, they had 2 more big chances, Remember the one over the right hand side, and the keeper make a worldly save. Then the next one, the keeper ping off his post. And then we concede the third one. It's 3 action and 3 golden opportunity for El Salvador in 2 minutes. So it was not we on top of El Salvador getting no big chances. It's El Salvador should score 3 goals in 2 minutes. It's like when maybe because you guys are writing, hence why I think you're not seeing what I'm seeing. So maybe I am wrongfully judging it. But all of those things happen, you. That's why I had to say, people, we can't do no more of this. Let me make Jason come on. That's why I call Jason on here to make Jason make Jason come on to see out the rest of this because I don't know what's taking place. So people thought that when they scored, brother, the man them should have scored 2 times before. They were the ones that messed up their own opportunity 2 times before. I would say the one with the keeper shouldn't have ended that bad. When he flicked it, it fly through his hand. It shouldn't have ended that bad. Yes, but Giovanni, if we're going to talk about chances in the game, I don't think we had clear chances like them. We have to be honest, Giovanni. It was, we had good. I think they marshaled us in good areas. We had one inside the box. We had one inside the box. Yeah, Jump missed a good one. Yeah. So that doesn't mean El Salvador was better, JD. It's the tactics that cost us. All right, so that means El Salvador was better in this game because they were more defensively solid and they created more chances than Jamaica. So that means they were better in this game. If you said that maybe the players that we have are better players, I can agree with you. But I don't know as yet. What I'm going to do is follow the players them and tell you who if you're better. Either the El Salvador players them, but believe me, I want to say that El Salvador was a better team in the game. I can't lie to you, people. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. We could have done better because I was crying for the substitution them. All right? I have to watch the playback. Mans was sleeping. Okay. Bless up. So if you were sleeping, it's 2 days, don't watch it back. El Salvador was better coach. We had a better team. Owen, I can't. It's hard for me to tell people that we have a better team when we never did nothing in the competition that was better than El Salvador. We scored more goals than El Salvador, that is true. But what else? We never defend better than them. They never conceded no goal. It's the first goal them concede in the entire competition. It's a 3rd chance they are giving up in the entire competition. In all 3 games, we have given up 1 billion more chances. So what give us the reason to say we are better? Are we saying that where the players them coming from? Because I want to hear, before I leave, what give, honest to God, Owen, what give us this, I can say, yes, they are coming from better places. Better academies. But there is nothing on the field that give me the belief to say that we are better than El Salvador. We have to learn to give people credit. I can say they are coming from better academies. But what we displayed on the field, if it's coaching, whatever it is, we never show that we're better than them. We have to stay to that facts. El Salvador players, them look like them want some food. Can't even say they are even technically better than us. JD, you don't have to be defensively sound team to be better. It's like saying Newcastle is better than City because they kept more clean sheet. All right. You know what, people? We are better than El Salvador. But in attacking, no, in defensive third, midfield third, they are better than us. And we only have 3 thirds on a football pitch. And they are better than us in 2 thirds very clearly. And we only outscore them by 1 goal. We only outscore them by 1 goal, but we are better than them. Good morning, JD. Good thing I'm not working today. I am very upset. I am very upset because I really wanted them to go through because now they're going to try to sell their local narrative Banwy and stuff and say it don't work because I already saw people from the night inside the chat talking about, you see it, if we use a full local, what did happen? We know that those things are going to come. So that's I really wanted to get them to go through, you know? Just like you said Curacao players looked like better footballers than us. It was the same. That's what I'm saying, Jerome. If you tell me that, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. That if you tell me in the players them going from different clubs, yes, I can agree with that. That means they might have a higher ceiling than the El Salvador players them. But there is nothing on that field tell me that we were better than them. The whole game, it was a knife fight. And all the better chances them fell to them. And it was not by accident. You understand me? They played a 6. They played a 6-2. They played a 6-2-2 system, which the number 7 and the number 9 roam in between our 4 defenders, 2 in midfield to roam behind them, and then 6 play as the zone to close out Reed and anybody that's coming in the net. That is football education. So they knew what they were doing. And we never once drew them out, that 6 out of the back. They stayed in that back the whole night comfortable. The whole night comfortable. Never did nothing to draw them out of that 6 at the back. They had a 6 at the back for the entire game. Nobody did. The coach never did nothing to draw them out. Go back and watch the game. That 6 remained at the back for the whole damn game. The whole game. You understand me? So obviously it has to be instruction they're playing with for we not to be effectively taking them out of their box. Not one time we take them out of the box, and that's why we never create the opportunity that we could have used with our fast wingers. So our fast wingers didn't have any opportunity because no, we can't draw them out of the defensive third. They always have somebody there. Them and them keeper, you know? Better coaching, JD. That was the difference. All right, Jerome. All right, it's okay. But so better team. So all right. So let me put it better then. So Jamaica had the better individuals. Jamaica had the better individuals then. That never turned up to the highest level of their full potential in this tournament. And the reason for that is based off the coach's selection. That's what we're saying, right? And I can agree with that if that's what you're saying. So we have the better individuals them, not the better team. We have the better individuals them because you're coaching the system and all the players them carry out the system. That's what makes you a team. That's what makes you a team. So only, I can argue, just said I don't fully agree we are the better individuals either. So Jason is even refuting what you guys saying on the better individual side. I wouldn't push back so much because I know more about Jamaica's individuals. So I could say, okay, maybe Jamaica have the better individuals then, but the better team, I can't say we have the better team because they were following instruction. They know their style to a T. They were setting up their own self before their coach came in. So that's about team. Our number 6 player should be brought into the U20. Yeah. Campbell is good, man. He technically good. Like the player. Blessings, Sport Billy, and Imaxit. Yeah, man. Bless yourself. Thanks for being here. Yeah. People, please do it. Like, button, share, and subscribe. El Salvador did no preparation 1 month before the tournament. They just went to the US and picked the best US born. Okay, that's how it went. Check the El Salvador players. 5 years time compared to ours. Yeah, we're gonna check it. We're here, you know. We're here. We're gonna check it. Yeah. So it was a close battle, and it's fair to say it's a close battle. But to say that we're just better team than them, it's rough. Jason. Not such, bless myself. I saw your message, but it was running too fast. My apologies for not reacting to your comment. Yeah. We just know our team a lot more, but El Salvador had quality players as well. 14, 7, and 9. We all have talent, and they're 2 old in midfielder, 6 and 8. The 2 CB, 5 and 17. So the whole of them players are talented, Jason. Jason named about 75 players. It wasn't even the best players from the US. They picked a few, but the rest were from El Salvador. But El Salvador league is good. I just believe that. As what Jason said, we just know our team. So we are just gonna brag all day. But based on what I saw, we never had a better team. What we constitute as a team, we never had that. We never outperformed them in the entire tournament because the only thing we did was score more goals than them. That's it. But they gave up less chances, and they are the way better defenders, and they build up almost equal to the same amount of chances as us. So if they are way superior defensive and they score similar goals to me, I think 99% of the times that team will beat the next team that only score goals, because obviously defense is a part of the game, and the game is 90 minutes. And that's why I say we didn't have a big talent gap over them. They were good as well. Okay. We have the best players at all levels in Concacaf. But the worst team. Frankly, Young, we're not. What do you mean we're the best players at Concacaf levels? Are we talking about this group? No, you know my. Franklin, no, Franklin, please. Maybe you just joined the channel. We don't just say we are the best at everything because we just want people to feel good. No. There is no levels of football in CONCACAF. Jamaica have the best players. Not one. Not. And the only thing you could remotely say we have one of the best player in CONCACAF, and that is by that is almost up for grab now, is Khadija Shah at the main level. That's the only team. And at this point, I am not sure if Khadija Shah is... No, I am not sure. I know Khadija Shah is not better than Dumani. I know that for a fact. And you have Americans that are very good. You have the highest rated player in football in CONCACAF. So even though I'm picking Khadija Shah as one of the best players in CONCACAF, I am not certain if she's the best player. No, for me, she's not the best player. But I think she's the best sole striker, lone striker. But you have so much quality players in CONCACAF. In ladies football, CONCACAF is one of the biggest regions in CONCACAF. Show me Dumani. And Dumani just went to the finals in the Champions League. Giovanni, stop hype. And Dumani dominating world football. This is the wrong year to tell me that I was wrong blood. Who want to go up against me with Dumani? Come on. Let me take it, people. Go up against me with Dumani. Because, man, out here, you see, my evaluation on players need to be respected. I heard the commentator saying Dumani might be the best player in football. Might be the best player in football. The commentator saying that. And I said that 3 years ago. I said that 3 years ago. And I heard commentator saying Dumani might be the best player in football. People, her dribbling ability is next to none. Her speed is next to none. Her strength is next to none. I know you guys will say that she look like a man, and I can understand. Maybe she has more extra than normal ladies. But I am talking about what she's doing. All right. At this point, let me tell you how much goals Dumani and assists. I think Dumani has the highest rated. She's the highest rated player in ladies football today. In all competition, she's the highest rated player in world football today. Imagine that. Imagine that. Put some respect on my name. All right? Let me go there and show you. Because you guys and remember now, I'm giving Jamaica Khadija Shah big praise, but I'm just arguing the point. All right? JD, who was that commentator? Was that CC? No. No, man, they were playing in the Champions League. You saw Dumani potential years ago before the rest. Galactic, they don't want to give him my credit. You can't see a little girl. People have to say she's a man. The way she's acting when she's 16 years old against big woman, she's operating like a boy. So if it's just because we were biased, that's why we couldn't see it. You get me? Compare Dumani to Shower. You guys have to say, when she played Jamaica today, everybody came off and said, oh my God, JD, that girl that you're talking about is special. Oh my, the girl that played ping pong with her crossbar. Oh my God. Yo, let me tell you how much Dumani, she really reached that level now, people. She really reached that level now. Melchi. She really reach that level. I think next year she leaving this Big Ida team. You know, Olympic Lyon. I think she needs to go to Barcelona. She go to Barcelona, she scores 60 goals in one season. The first player will score 60 goals in one season. 60 goals. If she can just play 25 games, she gets 60 goals in one season. I don't think you guys watching how dominant this player is. All right, let me go because I have to run out, you know. But I want to give it to because I'm running out of time. JD, she can't play in the States, and Trump will versus England. All right. People just don't want JD. Dumani is not only really good, but is entertaining. Yeah, man. Her skills is ridiculous, man. Let me give you how much goals she's on, people, so you get to know. Guys, we love football. You know, it doesn't matter which country the players them come from. I am going to always be the first one telling you about the players them. So Dumani. Let me try and get her here. Where is the numbers? Why are they? Dumani, all right, okay. I just got the numbers. All right, so in Champions League, she have a 8.18 overall so far. She played matches. She played 5 matches, started 5, has 2 teams of the week. Attacking, she has 2 goals so far, 2 goals, 1 penalty, and 1 assist. So 3 goals contribution in that league, but she has an 8.8. And then now in her league, she has a 8.45. She played 12 games. She has 12 goals, and she just assisted the other day, and she has 4 assists. So she has 16 goals contribution in 12 games. You forgotten Bonnie destroyed the French league. Yes, but she's doing it in the Champions League as well. And when she come to Concacaf, she's dominating in CONCACAF as well. Remember, she's scoring 6 and 7 goals in CONCACAF. And I saw she single-handedly almost dominate United States. Remember that game? That she almost killed the United States and won all the penalty as well. Remember? So we have to call it. Giovanni, stop downplay the girl's talent. But I am saying the closest thing that we have in the region, Franklin, is Bonisha. The closest, best player we have in the region is Bonisha. Yes. She's the closest. Because she's the best striker, I would say. Sole striker. Dumane is not solely a striker. She's an attacking midfielder. She's a left winger. And sometimes she can even play central as well. So she doesn't really carve out what she wants to do as yet. And she's so dominant. Now she's playing striker mainly. All right, so people, we are going to head out now. Thanks. Bonnie score against Barcelona. Yes. It's harder for City to qualify for the Champions League. Oh my God. All right, so Dumane was the highest rated player in Barcelona versus Olympic Lyon in the finals as well. She was one of the highest, but I know that she was the highest on her team. She was creating the whole day just the same. So why we can't just give credit? You know? All right, people, I'm not going to fight for the rest of the day. Thanks for another banging one. We went through all of the points that we wanted to do. We even touched in our history, you know. Yeah, so a lot of people could know about me more. So when they do hear me say certain things, they know where it's coming from, you know, because they know about my mind a lot more. All right, so thanks all you lovely people. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Before we go, I'm hoping that before the end of the week, we can close off the money thing for Kingston Academy. We contact with them, send them off of the money. But as you know, when it comes down to Jamaica, the bank have to contact me back. They have to go in or sign up online before they release any funds. And I want to make sure it go through. That's why I never send the full money. All right? Yes. And then we can write up everything. So we are trying to get everything completed this week. And then we're good. No. JD, I saw JD run. No, I'm going for my daughter. I only have 15 minutes, brassy. I have to chuck in my car now, my van, and go for her. All right? So later.